The only reason you don't have that person in your life right now is not because they don't want you. It's not because of divine timing or that something out there is blocking you. The only reason is you are loyal to the reality where you don't have them and you're trying to manifest them from that identity. So, welcome. I'm Amy. This is Awakening with Amy. Today's topic, we're going to talk about how to manifest that special person in your life. But remember, this teaching doesn't just apply to a relationship, it applies to anything you desire. So, keep that in mind as you listen to the video. What we typically think is that a desire comes to us, and I feel like it must mean that something is missing. Like, I have this desire, but I don't know. I want to believe in it, but look at what is, look at what was. We feel good, but then we let doubt creep in and we let that take over. So just keep this in mind. You're not manifesting incorrectly. The only thing that is happening is that you are staying loyal to an unwanted version of reality versus staying loyal to that unseen desire. So you're resisting what is, thinking that is keeping you away from wanting the relationship or fill in the blank, wanting more money, wanting a new job. Doesn't matter, whatever it is. You think something, and this is the human condition, right? We forget that the magic isn't in the physical world. The magic resides within us, within our inner authority, which Neville called our human imagination. So, what is resistance anyway? Resistance is I am giving more authority over to the physical appearances of things or over to my changing thoughts and feelings about reality, right? About my life. So, when you give authority over to what things appear, what happens is we're limiting our perception. We're only seeing less than 1% of the infinite potentials that are all around. The 99.999% of infinite, boundless potential is unseen, but it's right here, right now, because that's the only time there ever is here and now. So when you stay loyal to the story of what happened in my past, in my childhood, and that must be the reason why I don't have that person in my life, understand you're recreating that image over and over and over. Every time you try to dissect it, try to resolve it, try to heal it, try to fix it. Neville calls that the old man, right? You keep reinforcing that old story. So you're not letting that version of reality die so you can resurrect the new version of reality where you have them in your life right now. So trusting the appearances, trusting the old, trusting the past, which doesn't even exist. It's just in your head. It's just an idea, right? Versus trusting that divine urge, which is your desire. Trying to figure it out, right? It keeps you in that loop of basically feeling like nothing is moving, but it is moving. It just keeps changing into your focus. The story you tell is what you're imagining to be true, whether you're aware of it or not. So when we stay in desiring, we stay in that craving. And so we can't receive the gifts that are always being given to us. That's the state of wish fulfilled. It's that desireless state. That doesn't mean you're giving up on that person or you're giving up on your desire. No, what are you giving up? The baggage. What's weighing you down? That idea that you can't have, you can't be and do anything, right? The wish fulfilled, Neville said, you know you're in that state of wish fulfilled when you're no longer craving, you're no longer longing. The end of longing should be being. But we humans complicate everything. We think we have to work hard. No, you want that person in your life? It's done. End of story. And then move on. Go your way. And Jesus said, it shall be done for you. Let it unfold from within. Don't need to see proof from the outer world. Dig your ditches anyway. Prepare. Act like that person right now. That you're loved, adored, and cherished no matter what is happening out there. Because this is the part most of us don't want to hear. The 3D reality, like John Wheeler said, there's no out there, out there. Well, what did he mean? He meant the physical reality is only ever a mirror of your own consciousness, of your own imaginings. So when you are loyal to the version of you that says, I'm not enough, I'm not chosen, I'm not loved, this is just the way it always was, this is the way it's always going to be. Understand the 3D world can only mirror that story because that's what you're focused on, right? And resisting that story is saying that that doesn't have a right to exist. So the whole key is to let every story be there and choose your preference instead of resisting, instead of fighting and arguing and trying to analyze, right? You say you believe in that, you say it's meant to be, but you're giving authority to the doubt. You're giving authority to what you don't want. And all that is fear. That's attachment. That's what attachment means. That's what, you're carrying the weight instead of letting it go and giving it up. That's what surrender means. You're surrendering, you're letting go of the baggage and trusting your inner authority will send you and give you all the right people to send you on that path of least resistance. Right? In Matthew 19:26, with man, this is impossible, but with God, all things are possible. Now, if you don't like the word God, I get it. I know. Use the word imagination. With man, with my focus out there on the physical world, it's totally impossible because all I can see is he's not here yet. She ghosted me. Or you're replaying the argument, or you're replaying the your guilt, you feel guilty about what happened. But with your human imagination, all things are possible because that you can imagine anything you want. So why not make imagining, your fulfillment normal? Because that is your natural state. So instead of remanifesting and recreating what you don't want, stay loyal, like Neville tells us, to that unseen reality, knowing it will be done for you and through you. It's all about magnetizing the love within you, because if you're craving anything, desiring anything, longing for anything, complaining and doubting, what you're doing is demagnetizing. You're giving power to fear, doubt, and worry, and that's what comes back to you. But what is magnetic? It's a love. Love that person, regardless if they call you or text you or not. Love your desire for love's sake, for the sake of being the creator, not for the creation itself. And that's the paradox. When you stop clinging, when you stop noticing the appearances and making them final, when you stop giving that authority, giving the world authority over your own imagination, over your own desire, the paradox is everything you want starts flooding into your experience. You start feeling the knowing instead of craving proof, right? So this is the shift. Stop arguing with your doubts and fears. They're always going to be chattering. Use them to help you clarify. Use the resistance to help you clarify what your desire is. Stay loyal to that unseen reality without needing proof. Signs follow. They do not proceed, meaning they follow who you are being, who you are loyal to. So be loyal to, I am loved, I am cherished, I am adored, I am enough right now, unconditionally. That is how you resurrect. You die to the old and you resurrect your fulfillment. You don't change the old version, you don't fix it. You just stay loyal that my desire is valid. I couldn't even desire it, think it, want it, if it wasn't already a spillover from an alternate universe, an alternate version of me that's happening here and now. So remember, you don't get what you want, you get who you're being. Who are you being loyal to? The person that defines themselves only through what is seen, what has been? Or are you loyal to the wish fulfilled, where you can be, do, and have anything you desire? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for liking and sharing the video. That's how we get the message out there to more people. And thank you for your comments. I love hearing from you. And until next time, see you soon.